I'm honored and thrilled to introduce to you today an entrepreneur with relentless energy and passion for her project. I've been honored enough to work with her the last few months as she builds her company. Now Blake is inspired to help us all do a little bit more for our universe, and she has experience in the industry both about waste and recycling.
It is such a fantastic idea that jumped out the first time I met with her in Iowa in August. It's really taking recycling and materials and trying to gamify it, trying to take something that people want to do, which is recycle, make it competitive, make it fun, to make sure that it happens more often. It's a sort of big idea that's got a high ceiling, a change the world sort of aspect to it.
Steve Jobs once said, "We're here to make a dent in the universe, otherwise why even be here?" So I'm thrilled to introduce to you an entrepreneur who I believe will make a dent in this universe. Please welcome Blake Roop of Rehab.
Love garbage. Not many people can say that, but it's true. I do. I find the entire industry fascinating, especially recycling, because it's so complex and flawed. You have the industry who collect materials and then sell them to producers like Coke and Pepsi, then manufacture items that you and I purchase and then recycle, which completes the circle over and over again. But today, this circle is broken. And we see the results of that everywhere. We see them when we see plastic discarded along our coastlines, or when we see paper burning in backyards, and even when we see cardboard being buried in a landfill. Clearly, this system isn't working, because all of that stuff that's being buried, burned, and discarded, it's worth something. When you add it up, the value of all of those materials, that number quickly adds up to $31.4 trillion lost forever. But how do we capture a small fraction of this number and save ourselves billions of dollars? Well, let's follow the money. The recycling industry today makes $252 billion every year off of what we recycle. Producers save $23 billion from what we recycle. But you and I, the recyclers, we're just expected to recycle out of the goodness of our own hearts. And clearly, that's not working. At Rehab, we want to change that. We started by developing the first version of our application, which challenged our users to catalog the items that they recycle every day. And guess what? People loved it. People like Mike here, who's sitting in the audience with you today. Mike has cataloged 2,500 items that he has recycled. And Mike isn't alone. In the last 94 days, we've tripled the number of users on our platform. And those users have cataloged 35,000 items that they have recycled out of the goodness of their hearts. So I'm excited to announce today that we're going to go farther and we're going to do more. Because we are developing the second version of our application to finally include a reward system for you and me, the recyclers. It works like this. When Mike finishes drinking a can of soda, he simply opens Rehab, scans the barcode of that soda, and he's done. At certain points within the app, he is rewarded with a free song download or $3 off his next trip to Target, just because he's recycling. But that's not all. Mike becomes part of a community that supports his green actions. He gets to see what his friends are doing, compare himself to his friends, while also seeing the impact that he is having on Earth, all within React. It's a win-win-win. It's a win for Mike, because he finally gets to receive a reward for doing something to save our planet, doing something that he's doing every day. It's a win for us, because we have partnered with Keep, who has already developed this rewards platform and relationships with over 100 different brands, and all we have to do is put Keep in our app, and we will get paid every time Mike redeems one of those rewards. But it's a win for the industry too, because every time Mike recycles more, they make more money. So I have partnered with 23 recycling industry partners in the state of Iowa, including the city of Cedar Rapids, and private recycling companies like City Carton. They have agreed to promote REAP on their social media sites, their websites, their customer invoices, and even their newsletters. So imagine the traction we will get when we have industry partners like this in all 50 states. It is because of this mutual win from all of these different partners that REAP can grab enough users on our platform to become a $2 million industry in the first year, which we double in the second year. And I'm confident that we are the team to build this brand. I am a conservationist turned entrepreneur, and I have a master's degree in garbage. But I also have world-class advisors, like Christian Fong, who's the CFO of a clean energy startup with over $100 million in funding, and Jeff Myers, the sustainable packaging director at Coca-Cola. But this is just the beginning of what REAP has to offer. Because today, we know almost everything there is to know about a product. So when Mike purchased that soda can, that brand knew where it was manufactured, what truck carried it to a specific store where it was placed on a certain shelf and purchased at 5:45 on Wednesday. But there's a whole story that isn't being told and isn't known yet. What happens next? At REAP, we can finally tell the full circle story of that product. And from new consumer product marketing strategies to smarter infrastructure and better education, the knowledge and information that we gather and the opportunities from those are endless. Because at REAP, we are doing more than turning trash into cash. And we're saving the environment while we do it. Thank you so much.